It's hot and it's humid outside, but we found a productive way to stay cool at Twin Rinks Arena in Burlington. And when I say productive, we're not just going to be sitting around enjoying the cool air inside. We're going to be talking about goalies, goalie training, and trying to encourage the younger generation to give it a try. So somebody who knows a whole lot about that, Nick, you're from Wave Sports in Burlington. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm president of Wave Sports here in Burlington. We have a full range of hockey services, from training to leagues to rep hockey, right up to men's league and junior A hockey. And yeah, we have a little bit of an issue going on here, Shelly, these days.
And the issue is goalies?
We are having a heck of a time trying to find goaltenders, yes.
You know what, Nick? My daughter plays competitive soccer, and they're having the same issue in that sport as well. I think it's for all sports. What is it about goalies? Why? Are kids afraid of being a goalie, or what's going on?
You know what? I think it's just a lack of understanding of the position, what it takes, the training and the equipment. I think there's just a big unknown of exactly what it is that they're getting themselves into.
Okay, so what we're going to do this morning, Nick, is we're going to talk to a goalie coach, and we're going to talk a little bit about what you're doing to try to help kids and show them how important a goalie is. I mean, we see it so often in professional sports. A goalie means so much. So we're going to talk about that this morning and talk to a few other people. And right now you have some kids on the ice playing?
We do, yes. We have our young ones out here. This is our Junior Raiders A and AA teams, and they're out here practicing their skills, as well as some goalie training going on as well.
Right, okay, so we're going to talk all things goalies and goalie training. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thanks,
and we'll be back on Morning Live. Staying cool.
Is the best game you can name, and the best game you can name.
Hello. Don't worry, Luke, I know how to stop. Good morning, Morning Live. Who knew? In August, kind of a heat wave, it's humid outside, but we're inside with sweaters on and mittens and ice skates because we're talking about all things goalies today. We're at the Twin Rinks in Burlington, and you know, goalies are in dire need. We need the younger generation to get on board and do this, and I am going to be talking to a goalie right now, Mikhail.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
So tell us, first of all, what is it that you do? I take it you're a goalie, right?
Yes, I am a goalie. I play for the Georgetown Raiders.
And how's that going?
It's going well. It's been tough with COVID, not being able to train a lot, but now that things are getting rolling, it's amazing just to get back on the ice.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since I was 4 years old, a little kid.
So tell us, and I'm hoping that young kids at home watching, what was it about being a goalie that made you want to do it?
Oh, it was truly just a special feeling when I was on the ice, something that I can't really explain. The love for the game really just took over at such a young age, and I actually saved up my own money to get my own pair of pads when I was younger.
Wow.
Because it's just so expensive being a goalie, and it's tough, but it's just something that you can't even explain if you haven't tried it out.
So what is it you're doing here today? Are you coaching younger kids?
Yeah, I'm helping out with the younger kids, helping out with some different skill things, and just trying to be a mentor to the younger community.
Okay, so for instance, when you are coaching a younger kid, when we have somebody here, so what are the kind of things, like, does it differ with the different ages to kind of go in slowly, and how does that work? Yeah,
for sure. With different ages, you have to teach different things. Myself, I have to use more of my body because I'm a bigger guy. But for these younger kids, they have to rely a lot on their hands because they're so small and the net's really big. So it can be very different, but I've been through it, you know, when I was younger, so I just base myself off that and help them
Mikhail,
out.
what is it that you tell younger kids? I mean, there's so much pressure. Do you think it's the pressure of being a goalie that makes them maybe shy away from trying it?
I think the pressure is tough, but I think a lot of it is also about the cost about being a goalie. It's super expensive, but honestly, if you try it out, it's a position that you'll not regret trying. It's the best thing that's happened in my life, and it'll be the best thing to happen in yours.
That's wonderful. Okay, well, before we throw it back to headquarters at Morning Live, can you show us a little bit of what you would do with this young man here and the training? Are you ready, buddy? You want to come over, number 29? Come on over. Work with Mikhail. We're going to throw it back to headquarters in a couple seconds. so what is it you're going to be doing with Mikhail today? Turn around and look at your coach.
So we're gonna do a little bit of skating to start off. That's how we get warmed up. So we just do a simple drill. Come out to the top, back in the post.
Okay.
Make sure your eyes are forward. Come out to the other side, back to your post.
All right, so you get the kids to practice that. All right, you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
And we're gonna throw things back to Morning Live, okay? Give it a try. Follow your coach.
Out to this
Good
post.
job, buddy. Good job. All right,
Now
we'll be
here.
back. Morning Live. Way to go, 29 and Mikhail. We're spending time at Twin Rinks in Burlington talking about hockey, but we're focusing on goalies and goalie training. But of course, hockey, I mean, this is such an important sport for our younger generation, our generations of all. And we want to talk right now to Kristen. Kristen, you are, is it the program director here at Twin
Yes, I
Rinks?
am. Yes.
Okay, so tell us about the hockey season. First of all, are you doing, I mean, we're seeing some goalie training right now, but in this summer, does it kind of quiet down for hockey, or how's that working?
So in our hockey arena, the hockey season runs all year round. We have
Wow.
goalie training running from July 1 till the end of the season following the next May. We have training that runs all year round, clinics. We have goalie clinics on full ice and mini pad.
Okay, so what is it about, we're trying to encourage the younger generation to give being a goalie a try. I mean, my daughter, even in her soccer club, they lack goalies. What is it you're doing to try to encourage kids to be goalies?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the Hockey Canada pathway, that we rotate through goalies, and for those that are unsure if they actually want to be a goalie or really how to take the next step into being a goalie, we provide goalie equipment. So it's not such a financial burden onto families and parents. They get to try the position without the extra expense of trying to see which position they like best.
And so this is happening, we're having a goalie training camp today.
Yes, we are.
Okay, and how's that been going so far?
Very well. We do our goalie training on full ice and mini pads, and we bring skaters out just to give the goalies a little more experience with the puck, get some shots on net, and have some fun.
What are the age ranges of the kids that you see in this camp?
You know what? They all range between 8 and 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
So pretty much once you can skate, you can give it a try?
Exactly. That's the whole mantra. Absolutely.
And is there anything else about Twin Rinks that you'd like our viewers to know or families to know to help them get on board, sign up, and get their kids into this activity?
Absolutely. If there's anyone that wants to play goalie, be a player, do anything regarding ice or get in the game, please give us a call. We'll make anything work. We've got programming that runs for 3-year-olds all the way up to adults. We do adult learn to skate too. So we're always available, and you can always give us a call if you have any questions.
What's your website?
www.wavesports.ca.
Okay, all right, kids, if you're home watching, try being a goalie. Come on, it's so important. And then if not, it doesn't always have to be a goalie. But sports keep you active, keep you healthy, keep your mind going, and you're a part of a team. Speaking of a team, we've got a team back at Morning Live. We're going to throw back to you. We're talking about hockey, and we're focusing on goalies and goalie training, the need for more goalies. We're at the Twin Rinks in Burlington, and we're seeing a bunch of young hockey players here on the ice. And you know, it all starts with a young player, but it also starts with a good coach. Yes, cue Coach Roland. So Roland, you're the coach. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have 4 boys out here on the ice, and I have twins. My youngest guys are twins.
Wow.
So I coach them all season, and then in the summer I coach all 4 of them.
And what is it about coaching that you love so much, assuming that you do love it?
I love it. I do. It's honestly one of my favorite parts of my life. I love the time on the ice with the boys. You get out and you forget about everything. The whole day you forget about it, anything that happened at work, you just have a great time with the kids and just watch them develop. I love it.
And why hockey, Roland? What is it about hockey you love?
You know what? I love the competitiveness of it. I love skating. I love being on the ice. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of competing in all sports, but there's something special being Canadian in hockey.
So what is it about goalies that kids seem to be shying away from?
I think it's more the parents than the kids.
Really?
Yeah, it's scary, right? Because when you're the goalie, you make a mistake, the whole crowd kind of gasps.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, and I think it's intimidating from that perspective, and I also think it's intimidating from a cost perspective. You know, you got to buy a lot of equipment. And what if my son or daughter doesn't like it next year, and I made that investment? And I also think it comes down a little bit to the coaches. What kind of training do we give the goalies? And you know, being totally honest, that wasn't my thing, being a goalie growing up. So I don't have that knowledge that you get from a program like this.
So how are we going to make this work then, Roland?
How are we going to make it better?
Yeah, how are we going to make it better? Parents watching at home, kids, how are we going to get them to want to do this and make it easier?
Yeah, you know, so what I did, one of the things that I to approach this challenge, I reached out to everybody I knew that had a son or daughter that was a goalie, and I said, hey, what can we do to make this better? A couple of things that they thought about was, you know, lower the price. If you're a goalie, you only get to play half the games. Could we do half price? I think that's something we'd want to try. What about free equipment? And making it available when they're younger, but also good free equipment. You know, when I grew up, you could be a goalie, but the pads weighed 1,000 pounds and they didn't fit. So let's get some stuff that's appropriately sized. I think get them out on the ice like something like this and versus a game for the first time. A lot of times what we do with the goalies, somebody wants to try it, we give them a shot, but we put them out for a game right away. They get 3 or 4 pucks whiz by their head, and they're like, I don't want to do this. I think something a little more low-key to get them started would be a couple of great fixes.
All right, so this is a goalie camp happening right now at Twin Rings, and like you said, give them a try doing this instead of putting them right into a game, like jumping into deep water.
That's right, there's no pressure here, right? So you can hear them, they're having fun, right?
Okay, well hopefully after this segment, maybe we're going to see a lot more kids and parents signing up to be goalies, because we certainly do need them, and again, it's such an important role.
You can't play the game without them.
You cannot. Yes. All right, thank you, Coach Roland, and thank you, Morning Live. Thank you to all of our kids here on the ice, Mikhail, everybody, Nick, Kristen, and I don't think I want to leave this place because it's so cool in here and it's so hot outside.